There's a global interest to keep Nigeria the way it is.
So the news says US government tells court Tinubu is CIA assets.
There are people whose interest is to make sure Nigeria doesn't progress so that the black man will not find his feet.
You know one thing about the Western world don't want Africa to prosper. They don't want Africa to prosper no matter what.
So anybody who is also fighting them here, you are fighting that global economic interest.
CIA confirmed Tinubu is active assets. Active. That means even now, they can tell him yes or no. They are the one controlling whatever thing that is doing based off on this news.
So, what exactly are they saying? Sowore's main argument is that there is a global cabal that exists to keep Nigeria and other African countries underdeveloped. He points to Ken Saro-Wiwa, the environmental activist who fought for gunning rights and stood up against the pollution caused by oil extraction. Ken's demand was simple.
Bring the money that has been stolen from us. I do not want any blood spilt. Not of an Ogoni man, not of any strangers amongst us.
But we know what happened. Saro-Wiwa was executed under General Sani Abacha's regime, and despite having the influence to intervene, the world powers did nothing. Sowore is suggesting that because Ken was messing with their oil interests. Think about it. The very idea that powerful nations would turn a blind eye to human rights abuse just to protect their economic gains in Africa is so disturbing. So, do we think Sowore's theory holds weight? Honestly, it's hard not to. It's no secret that foreign powers have long exploited African resources while leaving our people impoverished. We can't ignore that African countries rich in resources like Nigeria often seem to be held back by a complicated network of external influence. And while it may sound like a conspiracy to some, history has shown time and time again that when local leaders stand up against their influences, they are either silenced or isolated. Now, let's bring VDM into the mix. He recently discussed a post by Sahara reporters which claimed that Tinubu, our current president, is still considered an active asset of the United States. VDM raises an eyebrow here.
If they are boldly saying it, that is an active asset, they just know that we are in for a doom. We are in for a doom. A very big doom. Economy no fit stable if this news now they talk not true. Because these people will never want Africa to be great as them. So all this fuel price will continue to increase. All this dollar will continue to increase. Our country will be in shambles.
Tinubu's controversial fuel price hike might be due to pressure from foreign interests. Think about it. Nigeria is one of the largest oil producers in the world, yet we are selling fuel at astronomical prices. And our citizens are feeling the brunt of it. Why should a country so rich in oil be putting its people through such hardship just to keep fuel prices high? Could it be that our president is under the influence of these foreign powers who benefit from Nigeria's high fuel prices? If that is the case, what does that say about our sovereignty? Now, here's my opinion. VDM might be onto something here.
It means that even if Tinubu tries to make this country better, these people will send him an errand. It means that Tinubu is their house boy.
The notion that foreign interests would influence a nation's leadership to prioritize profit over people is unsettling, but not unprecedented. We've seen in other resource-rich countries, Angola, the Democratic Republic of Congo, where leaders are sometimes viewed as little more puppets for the power pulling the strings from far. If Tinubu is truly beholden to foreign interests, then it's no wonder that Nigerians are suffering so greatly from fuel prices, hiking prices of goods and commodities, dollar, all those stuff, because these are the stuff they use in controlling the country. The bigger question we should be asking ourselves in this is, who is our government really working for? Us, the people, or those outside interests? And let's not forget Sowore's point about those who challenge the system suffering the consequences. He mentioned Nnamdi Kanu.
Global conspiracy. It's the same thing they did to Kanu now. How do you think that Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and brought to Nigeria, and there's no manifest of the plane that brought him to today? Even judges cannot ask for it. How did he get to Nigeria from Kenya? Who was the person who abducted him from the underground garage?
Calls for Biafra independence isn't just about cultural identity. It's a challenge to the status quo that keeps Nigeria oil well centralized. And as we've seen, international actors don't seem eager to intervene when it comes to Kanu's right. It's as though any voice that pushes against the current arrangement is quickly silenced or ignored. In reflecting on all of this, I can't help but feel a mix of anger and urgency. If what Sowore and VDM are saying is even partially true, we're not just dealing with a bad governance. We are dealing with a system designed to keep us in place. So, where does that leave us as Nigerians? Is there a way out? Or are we forever bound by the decision of leaders who may not even be acting in our best interest? Are we ready as a nation to confront these forces, both local and international, that seems determined to keep us from rising? To be clear, these aren't easy questions, but ignoring them only ensures that the cycle continues. These vicious cycles of foreign cabals, foreign interests, and blah, 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 it continues. For the sake of our future, it's crucial we remain vigilant, informed, and most importantly, active. The road to reclaiming our autonomy won't be easy, but if Sowore and VDM have shown us anything, it's that speaking up, even against powerful interest, is the first step towards challenge. Drop your opinions in the comment section. Let's talk politics.